This past week, the Federal Trade Commission sued a debt collection agency for $1 million, right? And you know what they were doing? They were trying to make people think that they were lawyers. Actually, they had the name like lawyer in the front, the National Attorney Services, or the National Attorney Collection Services. And they weren't lawyers at all. Yeah, they don't even play one on TV. So they were sued by the Federal Trade Commission of $1 million. See, there's a lot of laws now for bill collectors have to follow, and they usually don't because nobody complains. So you gotta complain, in order to get the FTC after people who are not following the law, when they try to collect money from you. Because it's easy not to follow the law if nobody tells on you. So here's the laws that they have to follow. Okay, the law is called the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Okay, and you actually, before they get sued by the Federal Trade Commission, collect $1,000 just by reporting them, because they didn't follow one of these rules. And here's the rules. Okay, debt collectors cannot call you before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. So before 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night, they got to leave you alone. Okay, they cannot call you at work if you told them that calls like this are not allowed at work. So they can't harass you in your workplace if you tell them, hey, my employer doesn't allow calls like this, so that's against the law, and you get $1,000 from turning them in. Okay, and they cannot call you if you send a letter to tell them to stop calling you, even if you don't owe the money. So you owe money, and just write a letter, then they can't call you. Okay, they cannot harass you with threats of violence or harm, publish your name with other people who refuse to pay debt, so they can't broadcast that you owe money, or use obscene or profane language. A debt collector, that's a little hard to stop these people. Or repeatedly use the phone to harass or annoy you. They call you 5 times a day or whatever it is. Okay, they cannot falsely claim there are attorneys or credit reporting agencies, like they did. See? The Federal Trade Commission got after them, got $1 million from them. Or falsely claim that you've committed a crime. See, just because you owe money, it doesn't mean you committed a crime. You have to go to court, I guess, and all that kind of stuff. And that's just a debt. I don't know if a debt legally is a crime. Some lawyer will tell me, I'm sure. They cannot misrepresent the amount of money that you owe. And they cannot tell you that you will be arrested if you don't pay your debt. So they can't even say, hey, you're going to go to jail if you don't pay me. No, that's illegal. And they cannot give false credit information about you to anyone. Okay? So, and they cannot contact you by a postcard. You could write them and tell them to stop, but they can't call you or write you on a postcard. Okay, so what do you? You know your rights. You go to the FTC.com, or here you want to file a complaint, and it's important to file a complaint because sometimes the Federal Trade Commission will just act on one complaint. But if you don't file a complaint, and if they don't get other complaints, then they can't act for anybody. So really, I think you're filing a complaint, you're helping the society as a whole, because you're letting somebody in power who can do something complain about it. So you don't want to, hire a lawyer, whatever it costs, but you could get $1,000 and file a complaint, maybe, by going to the Federal Trade Commission. Here's the website: www.ftccomplaintassistant.gov. So that's FTC complaint, COMPLAINT, assistant, ASSISTANT.gov. Go to that. You know how to do with a complaint. And get rid of these bad people, like the people just got fined $1 million. They were, payday loan people. They charge you, your firstborn or what in interest, and they still just harass the heck out of you. Bad people. Okay, that's how to take care of them.